What I have here is a piece of scrap polymer clay, a complete and total mishmash of crazy mess. This is just a snack size zip bag. I'm going to trim the edges so I can open it up. And do this. Try to get not so many wrinkles. It's a nice hex-shaped cutter. So what I want to do is cut. The plastic kind of helps you get rounded edges. And I'm probably going to have to finish this cut with the craft blade, like so. Okay, and I'm thinking about, do I want to glue them on this jar? Do I think they'll stay? That is a tricky proposition. This is liquid Sculpey. I'm going to lay it down like that. Okay. Yep, this is a mishmash of scrap clay. It's got glitter in it and mica powder. Nice thing about liquid polymer clay as a glue, it won't dry out on you before you're done. Now this one is going to overlap the bottom, but we'll trim it. I mean, if you want to bring these down onto the bottom, you can, but I'm not going to. Oop. Yep, about like so. Okay. Some of the liquid clay has oozed around on top, and that's fine. I think I'll cut a few more of these out and put them all on, you know, in kind of a assembly line process. The end product here might not be the prettiest girl at the dance, but it is a technique that we can explore and, you know, try again. It's a technique we can explore. Now, I'm not even going to worry about that one that's all wobbly on the top, because I know I've got some places coming up that are going to require partial tiles. I'll show you what I mean. So see, you'll have tile, tile, part tile, part tile. We will go in this direction. I think what I'll do is put the whole tiles on first. See, like so. And so. Kind of has the appearance of a kind of a scaly, like a dragon's belly, doesn't it? A dragon's belly. I like that. And now here's a part tile up here. Right here. And we're going to trim it even with the lip of the jar. Yeah, like so. That goes back in the scrap pile. Oh, kind of didn't turn out so well. Okay. Actually, that looks like just about a half of a tile, so that's what we're going to get. Okay. And then that way, once it's already cut, you can scoot it right up to the edge of the lip. See, we learn as we go. Okay. And this guy can go down here, and I see how much we're going to need of that, about like so. And again, blend it down. Okay. Before we continue, I'm going to roll these out to the thickest setting. We'll give them a preliminary roll with this guy. I usually keep a silicone sheet on this to keep this from slipping around, but I thought I could use this as a work surface. That didn't really work out so well. Okay. Here we go. Okay. And now this, smash it down as firmly as you can. Actually, it just makes an imprint. And set those scraps aside. Now, one thing that I forgot about is that this jar tapers in at the top. So we'll either need to squish those tiles together a little bit or make them smaller, or in the area where the jar is bigger around, spread those tiles out more. I admire those polymer clay artists who have a beautiful, perfect surface under their camera, because I sure don't. Okay. Now, let's see here. And you see, of course, you can trim those to fit a little better if you need to. We need a little bit more of this. Something I didn't think about is how many we're going to need around the top. So let's go ahead and get that done. And then we can fill in the rest of the bottom. See? What I think we'll do here is do a zigzag there. Another thing you can do is use super glue to stick these on. Cyanoacrylate glue tolerates the heat. I learned that from Donna Cato years ago. I might have to find some more scrap. Yep, I'm gonna have to reach back there and get some more scrap out. See, now we got the top all the way around. Alrighty, let's see how we are here. Looks like I may need even a little bit more scrap clay. Hope you can see this. I know I pull it to myself and sometimes I go off camera, and I hope we're staying on camera well today. All right, let's get some more scales, since these are dragon belly scales. I have a package of wipes here, but I think they've dried out. Now the other thing I'm going to do when I get these all on there is count how many of these are required to cover one of these. This is the first time I'm doing this, you see. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like when it's cured too, because I know there's some translucent in there, there's some glitter, there's some mica powder. I'm interested to see what it will look like when it's all done. Okay, we have plenty of liquid clay on there. See, that's where that zigzag is going to go. Let's see, we need to do this. Now the inside looks nice and dark. The outside looks fairly reasonable most of the time. We're going to do a little cleanup here. And going to clean up some of this. Now, I'm going to set this on this tile. I'm going to put it in a cold oven and set the oven for, I have to look and see, most of this is Primo, Sculpey Primo. So I'll verify what the temperature for that is and set the temperature and let it go for 45 minutes. And that should cure just fine. There's another piece of scrap for the next one. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna let it cure for 45 minutes. I'll let it cool before I bring it out here because it is gonna be hot, hot, hot. And I'll show it to you when it's done. Well, we're out of the oven and cool enough to handle. Look at that, isn't that cute? I probably want to figure out some way to gloss coat it, but polymer clay is kind of funny about what you put next to it. So I think Varathane, you can put Varathane on it. And I might have some, but I'm not sure. Now here's the place where we had to patch the pieces together. But doesn't that just look like a dragon's belly? And I counted, I should have at least 30 of these hexes to cover one of these going forward. So this is the first one, an experimental piece. We will make another one. I'm thinking maybe black polymer clay with mica powder, chrome powder, something like that. But I'll bring you along for the ride when I make the next one. Alrighty, thanks for watching.